You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, when you actually think that the trans issue of men identifying as women invading women's sports couldn't get more dumber, all you need to do is watch The View. Now, I saw this yesterday, guys, and I was like, is The View serious? Is Whoopi Goldberg serious? Now, Whoopi Goldberg is supposed to be a woman, right? So what does The View actually do to actually push the narrative that men identifying in women's sports, transgenders, is perfectly okay? They bring in, wait for it, Dylan Mulvaney. Of all people, guys, you know, the person that destroyed Bud Light. Yeah, remember Nike also gave Dylan Mulvaney a deal where Dylan Mulvaney would actually model women's athletic gear. Yeah, that didn't go too well, guys. It did not go too well. The left has to realize, man, they're fighting a losing battle when it comes to the transgender issue in sports. Now, Whoopi Goldberg definitely does not look athletic, okay? We have a clip here that we need to react to, guys, and you're going to lose some brain cells, okay? Be prepared. You will lose brain cells watching this. So I'm just warning you guys. I am warning you. But we must go ahead and get into it, guys, because apparently Whoopi Goldberg believes Dylan Mulvaney actually knows what it's like to actually be a woman, despite Dylan Mulvaney actually being a biological male. No ovaries, no uterus, no vagina, none of that stuff, man. But let's not waste any time, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, support us by becoming a channel member. Memberships just start at $5 per month. We have our member live stream every single Friday. We appreciate these support. So here we go, guys. Right over here. And also, if you're a Christian, man, what Whoopi says is absolute blasphemy right here. Yeah, Whoopi says God doesn't make mistakes. I agree with that. However, she's actually trying to use this to actually push the trans narrative. And in this case, when it comes to women's sports. So Riley Gaines right here posts the clip, quote, God doesn't make mistakes. The challenge is not to the trans people. It's to the people who are not trans. That is who God is looking to see, how you treat people. Blasphemy. Just when you think Whoopi couldn't get any more stupid, she proves us all wrong. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Of course, you guys know this actually comes on ABC, which is owned by the woke Disney company, including ESPN. But let's go ahead and play it, guys. Here we go.
I wanted to ask you, because there's been all of this debate about whether transgender athletes should be able to compete. And last week, California Governor Gavin Newsom said that he thinks that trans athletes competing in girls' and women's sports was deeply unfair. Now, I want to hear what you think, because I'll tell you what I think, too.
Yeah. The last time I played a sport, I was 6 years old, and I was on a soccer team, but I assigned myself as the nurse. So I sat with the Band-Aids. And so, in the words of Wicked, I am not that girl. But a dear friend of mine, Skylar, he is a trans athlete. His handle's Pink Manta Ray. That's someone who I really look to for guidance. And I think that is what's tricky, is like, now stepping in this identity. I'm still like a baby trans. You know, I've only 3 years in. Tomorrow's my anniversary.
Your friend went your friend went from female to male and is competing with other males.
Correct.
No.
Yes.
Her friend.
Her friend went from female to male and is competing with other males.
So Gavin doesn't have a problem with that.
Well, I think part of the problem that the trans community is facing, and it's the same problem that women face, is if you don't know anything about our bodies, you don't know how it works. So when you come in and you say, oh, you know, these are men, you know,
competing
against women. You're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except be here. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. So I'm not sure what's going on or why this is an issue. The same for me as when people say, oh, you know, I don't know how I feel about you. You do. God doesn't make mistakes.
No.
And the challenge is not to the trans people, it's to the people who are not trans. That's what God is looking to see, how you treat people.
Yeah.
That's what is happening. So I was just curious as to what I liked your answer.
Thank you.
I liked your answer.
Wow. Pure delusion there from The View and Whoopi Goldberg, man. Whoopi Goldberg humiliated herself right there, guys. Whoopi, what were you thinking? Okay? What are you thinking? What does Dylan Mulvaney actually know what it's like to actually be a woman? Dylan Mulvaney doesn't have the hormones of a woman. And if Dylan Mulvaney is actually on hormones, man, it's not real. It's not authentic. Okay? Dylan Mulvaney grew up as a male with male body parts, man. This is a shame that maybe Whoopi hasn't actually paid attention to our videos that we actually put out here on this channel. Where you just had over there in California. You actually had what was the person's name? A.B. Hernandez. Set records. National records, man, in the long jump. Because when it comes to athletics, man, males are just bigger, stronger, faster. And Whoopi, I guess, is trying to compare these female athletes to other female athletes. Even Serena Williams, guys, said that she wouldn't stand 10 minutes playing against Andy Murray in tennis. At that time, Andy Murray, I believe, was ranked number 1. Andy Murray would have wiped the floor with Serena Williams head to head. Now, when it comes to tennis overall, of course, Serena Williams is going to go down as a better tennis player, but that's with her competing against women. Andy Murray would never lose a match if he actually played with females. He would never lose a match. Djokovic, Nadal, Federer. Federer right now, I believe, is 41 years old? Federer hasn't played professional tennis in 2-3 years, something like that. Right now, guys, he can jump over there and play on the WTA tour and crush all those females. 22, 23. Yeah, Federer's old for tennis, but he's not old. He's old for tennis playing on the men's tour. But if he was to play the females right now, he would wipe them out, man. That serve would be just way too fast for the women. Federer has the muscle mass of a man because he is a man. Same with Nadal, man. Nadal has a bad hip. He retired. He would go over there right now and crush the women. Whoopi is delusional, folks. And for them to use Dylan Mulvaney to try and justify trans athletes in female sports, that's ridiculous, man. That doesn't make any sense, man. I mean, Gavin Newsom now, I guess, has become an enemy now of the left because he spewed some common sense a little bit. He didn't go all in, but he did spew some common sense. Yes, it is unfair when you have a male in female sports identifying as a woman and is allowed to go toe-to-toe with a female. It's not right. We saw what happened in the Olympics, guys. Imane Khalif, proven to be a biological male, crushed the women in boxing. One woman quit after 2 punches. Said, I've never been hit that hard. That was Angela Carini, right? I believe. And some of the women that were actually standing up in the ring protesting, throwing up 2 X's to let people know they were actual females. Yeah. Wow. Can the view get any lower, guys? Can the view get any lower? Gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.